artists in the house. There's so much shit that come with it.
Yeah.
You have to love it.
You gotta love it.
Because you gotta love it. And that's why, you know what I'm saying, like the music sound the way it sounds, because we love this shit. You know what I'm saying?
1000%. 1000%.
My bad. I was wondering if you could give us just a little bit of perspective, because this is important. I don't want to overlook 13 albums and where we are in hip hop being the #1 genre. I mean, you came in at a time, and you probably heard it all, that we were a fad. Like most artists early on didn't make it past 3 albums. 3 albums was a long career. 4 albums was amazing.
Yeah.
You obviously have made it way past, made it past 13 albums. I remember when you dropped Exit 13.
Yeah.
But for Khaled in this era to be 13 albums deep, one is the love for sure, but it's not easy. And I think guys and women of your generation had to fight battles even for us to get here. Can you just talk about the importance of having discographies like the rock stars were able to have discographies in other genres?
Yeah, so beautiful because
I think we lost.
I said, yeah, somebody was calling my phone. They're crazy. One is beautiful because when I first started, they didn't even play hip hop on the radio in the daytime. You dig? So, let's start there. Now it's full-blown radio stations. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So now let's move to the discography part. Look, 10 albums. You know what I'm saying? And it was like it was a privilege. I remember riding in a car with DMC of Run DMC and him saying, "Yo, L, we on our 4th album. We definitely gonna have a 9th album." We used to always have these conversations about longevity. So what Khaled is doing, and the fact that he's bridging the gap with artists from different generations and not, getting into that ageism, because one thing about this generation that I love, this generation is like, yo, we free to be who we want to be, and you're not the boss. They all about that life. I just got to make sure that they also, one thing Khaled is doing is Khaled is not embracing none of that ageism either. He's like, yo, if you hot and we could bridge the gap and we could do something crazy, we doing it. So him having that long body of work is extremely impressive. And the one other thing that I would add is that in order to have a great body of work and to really have a long career, you have got to be interested in more than the money. The money comes as a byproduct of the work and the energy and the love that you put into your career, into the things you do. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with money. Everybody wants to get a bag. I get it. I come from the hood. We want a bag. However, you can't chase the money. You got to really go after being great. If you look at a Kobe, may he rest in power. You look at Jordan, you look at LeBron, you look at guys out there, Steph Curry. The fact that they focus on their craft is what put them in a position to get the bread. So I say, when you see Khaled with talking about the 24-hour security and the drop top Maybachs and the white this and the ice and all that and the $3 million watches, you got to understand that comes from work and being spiritually right and putting the work in. So I would just encourage this generation, as you're creating your body of work and your music, to really make it about the craft and make it about the art and let the money come. And then just know your value. Know your value, and you'll do the deals that, where the dollars is top notch. And when you're going to get a big bite of the apple, or even better yet, you grow your own apple tree. But it starts with just being great at your craft. Like even with Ari, as a journalist and then being on his show, like the fact that he was brave enough and courageous enough to inject, hip hop culture into something that he loved, journalism, in a very conservative part of our world. You know what I'm saying? the third estate or whatever you want to call it. That's about loving your craft and having a vision. So that's what I would say to, you know, the younger generation, the new people that's coming up, and even the ones that've been out there forever. Because some people chase money so much that they never get no money because they always worried about the money and never focused on being great.
Yeah, you know, Al, I want to add to that because, you know, you're saying definitely the truth. And I'll just give you, you know, a short form of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, me, anybody that know me from like more than 20 plus years know that I probably worked for damn near free majority of my whole career. And I never had a problem, meaning as in whatever I had to do to get my name out there, meaning as in my greatness out there, because I knew my greatness was so special when it finally connects to the world. You know, the great will always tell you never chase the money gonna chase you. And it's a fact because once the world connected and I wasn't a secret no more, meaning as in people would, you know, say, yo, Khaled is amazing. He ripped this party down, man. Oh my God, he made this incredible record, or he made this dope beat, or he produced this dope record, or, you know, just his energy in the room is unbelievable. You know, the world started seeing it and feeling it. And after that, all my dreams and all my blessings just come upon me on so many different levels. Like I always told people when I get on TV, it's gonna be a hit. If I put out albums, it's gonna be a hit. If you give me, all I wanted was the opportunity.
Yo, Khaled.
I was never scared to work for it, and I was never scared of a bad opportunity either.
I gotta jump on you, Khaled. You know what's funny? I'm gonna tell you something, man. I literally, I got a beat CD that you gave me probably in like the late 90s at my house in New York right now. I remember you a beat CD. I could literally, I'm in Cali right now, I'm working, I'm shooting the show. If next time I'm in New York, I'm gonna go to my crib, I'm gonna pull that CD out, I'm gonna throw it up on the gram, I'm gonna let you see. In fact, I'm gonna call my man at the house and tell him to find it for me. I don't know if they'll be able to find it. I know it's
put some vocals on it.
I would love that. You wrote
your name on it with the marker. You remember that shit? Man, you used to do that. That's in my house, B.
No, I mean, yo, Al, if you find that shit, man, take a picture of that. Or I just know, because you know what's crazy is because those days is the reason I'm here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I never forget that. And it goes back to how much I love this shit. I love this shit so much, man. I was the guy passing out the flyers. I was the guy, you know what I'm saying, that would promote the party, pass out the flyers, and DJ the party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't wait on nobody because at the end of the day, it's like, yo, I had a dream. And I just want the young world that's on here. I promise you, man, when you work hard,
yeah, no doubt.
and if you don't let the negativity, all the negative stuff in the world, you know, and you start giving that energy, give the energy to the solution. Always find the solution and move forward in life. Don't go backwards. I promise you, everything will happen for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, yo, I'm gonna let y'all go. You know, yo, congratulations on the album. Much love to everybody that's listening, man. And I want to congratulate you on everything you're doing, everything you continue to accomplish, and, you know, on with it up with, man. Keep getting it. You know what I'm saying? Go get them, baby.
Thank you, LL. Love and blessings, brother.
Love and blessings, y'all. Oh, let me shout out to my man Jake at Rock the Bells, who told me that y'all was on. You know what I'm saying? I said, yo, I got to go up there and listen. And then I ended up being on. I just wanted to listen. All love.
Before you leave. So when that new album coming, I see you in the studio.
Yeah. Now the new album actually is coming at the end of the year. Q-Tip executive produced the joint. It's you know, Q-Tip did it. It's special. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be a force. You know what I'm saying? Something. I hope people like it as much as I like it because I love it. It's very special. Working with Q-Tip, he pushed me. He inspired me. He made me replace bars. He challenged me. He wouldn't let me just be in my comfort zone. He made me get out of my comfort zone. So hopefully when all of y'all hear it, you can hear this work that me and Q-Tip put in and how much energy we took. We took 2 years to work on it. We just completed. It's finished. It's mixed, and we getting ready to put it out there. I'm actually putting it out on Def Jam too. You know what I'm saying? So
wow,
incredible,
wow,
bro. So, that's incredible. I can't wait to get that.
No doubt.
And make sure you make some merch shirts and some jackets and all that shit too. We want it all.
You know what? I love that idea. I'm all over all that. And I'm gonna call you. We'll talk about something. You never know, man, what we can do creatively, man. We should continue the conversation. But look, I'm gonna let y'all have your moment. God did. It's out there.
God did.
Everybody go stream it, get it, buy it. Don't just stream it, buy it. And it's crazy. Congratulations, y'all. Much love.
Thank you. Love.
Wow. Love. Legend. LL Cool J. Khaled.
Yeah.
I mean, you're no stranger to legends on God Did. And shout out to all the journalists in the room. I know I've interviewed you so many times, as a lot of my colleagues have. And you've been very vocal through the years about wanting to work with Eminem. And it you know, things would happen that would never come to fruition. On God Did, it came to fruition. Two-part question. First part is, okay, Eminem's off the bucket list. Who else? That I feel like somebody has to take your spot in terms of that you got to set your sights on.
Well, but
as far as a legend.
before I tell you take my sights on working with somebody, I want to thank Eminem, Dre, and Ye, because you know I always, you know, Dre's my idol, and I always wanted to work with Dre and I always worked with Eminem, and that's why I want people to know this is really God did, because that was a blessing that came last minute, and that just shows you the power of God. And this, to me, that record being on my album is opening the door for me to actually get in the studio with Dre and cook something up, maybe for my next album. You never know. I think it opened the door up for me to rock with Eminem again, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yes, it's a dream come true. And I just want to, you know, just thank them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the album. You know what I'm saying? But as far as my bucket list, I ain't gonna lie to you, when it comes down to artists, is almost checked off. I still want to work with Andre 3000. I was blessed to, you know, A&R some of Ross's, you know, incredible albums where I got a chance to, you know, A&R the records that, you know, saying that
16 ain't enough.
Was at Def Jam, and you know, I got a chance to be around Ross when he worked with, you know, that whole process of turning that record in. And I've talked to Andre a few times, and I feel like one day it will happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just about finding the right record for me and him to do. And that's always been on my bucket list. And I want to do, and I always wanted to work with Adele. I'm not just saying that because she's the big Adele. I've always, you know what I'm saying, wanted to try to bring people in our world, but let me produce it and let me just, you know, do something that the world wouldn't expect. And it sounds something that is just going to be incredible, but at the same time, disruptive. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you think about it, everybody, I've worked with Jay-Z and Beyonce. You know, that was my main. I work with Rihanna. I work with Drake. I work with Kanye. I work with, you know, I got Eminem and Dre on my album. You know what I'm saying? You know, the list goes on. Wayne, you know, Ross, you know what I'm saying? Babe, you know, the list just keeps going on and on. But my whole thing is like, it's about continuing to work with all these great artists. That's always my goal. Is not just do it one time. Let's do it all the time.
Right.
And it goes back to making 13 albums. And that's the blessing that I get to continue to make great records with all these incredible artists, which I'm very grateful for.
Yo, Jay-Z, God Did, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, 80 bars. Like, I just want to know, like, you get a lot of bars out of Hov. It's not just the free, because I remember going back to Three Kings. You ain't got to keep this Khaled. It's just a freestyle. That was a long verse. I didn't do the math on the bars. I'm gonna credit you with the Grammy family freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, Grammy family started with DJ Khaled. Jay took it to radio, did the long classic freestyle over that. But I don't know. It's something about when Khaled
and Go Hard. Remember Go Hard?
Go Hard. Yes. Like, how do you? maybe you don't want to give away your secrets, man.
Nah,
But I feel like Jay gives you the most.
Rob, ain't no secret that we the fucking biggest. And that's why the album started off with No Secret. When, you know, Drake blessed me with that, No Secret. That's why the album started off with No Secret going into God did, because it ain't a secret we the biggest. And when it come down to Jay, I know Jay love music. I know Jay is a real person. I know Jay's my brother. I know I have a relationship with Jay. I know I can always be real with Jay. And my relationship with Jay is because of Lenny. Lenny brought us together. Lenny would, before I even met Jay, Lenny would tell Jay, yo, you know, just always update him. Yo, this kid Khaled, I'm telling you, special. Boom, boom, boom. You know, not just as a producer and a DJ, but he's special. I ended up being the president of Def Jam South in Def Jam when he left. Lenny, L.A. Reid, Shakir, shout out to Shakir. God bless his soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot. People don't really know my history with Lenny. And then that end up connecting with Jay. And then when Jay officially met me, he loved me. And, you know, Jay's Sagittarius. I'm Sagittarius. You know, he's one of my idols. So it's like, you know, I walk around my crib. What would Jay do? Because that's what I would do.
Yo, Cal is crazy right now.
No, I'm just telling you the truth.
Nah, Cal is really crazy right now.
And I'm just showing my brother Jay. So, like, when God did, I played him the record. And I was coming to play him the album. But God did his, you know, is starting off my album. So I was like, yo, Hov, you know, I need you. But let the music speak. And I know my brother Jay, and I told Lenny before I walked in that room, I said, Lenny, don't tell the truth. I said, yo, remember when I play you God did? Remember what Hov wanted? Remember I told you. Did I tell you that, Len?
Yeah, you did.
I played him. So I'm starting the album. I played No Secret. And he was loving that shit. And then it went into God did. And I played Ross, the Friday Hook, Wayne, and then I let the a 16-bar instrumental ride.
Let it play.
Like, let him know, like, it ain't done. It ain't done.
16 wasn't enough, man. You need to throw some more beat on that joint.
Hold on. No, but he heard it. And I started seeing what Jay do best. That mind started thinking. Them bars started coming out. Not just in his head. He started saying that shit. He said, God forgive me for what the stove did.
Scary.
He said,
it was
something. He said all type of shit in the room. Ask Lenny, I ain't making this shit up.
On the spot.
And then, hold on. I play him the album. I play Jay-Z my album. To make a long story short, we drinking champagne.
3 bottles.
He loving everything. He pulls me to the side outside the room. And you know, I got a big brother grabs you and he goes, yo, this is your biggest album. And I seen the smile in his face. He was so fucking proud of me, man. His smile. When he said, it's your biggest album, I seen his smile. I was like, yo, it's whole proud of me. And then as soon as I left, he's like, yo, text me these records. So I'm gonna even tell you the story even more realer. So I'm like, of course. So Lenny's like, you ain't send the records yet? I'm like, yo, bro, I gotta get them off my drive. I don't know how to take this shit off the laptop. I don't know. I need my engineer to do that shit. What I'm saying is, like, when the music speaks to you, you gotta let the spirit flow. And that's what happened, because the man did 10 songs on one record. And not only did he do so many bars, the man is talking shit he ain't never said in his life. Well, at least I ain't never hear that shit before. And you see what Ari did today? Ari fucking broke that shit down like a fucking documentary. This shit's so legendary. It's so needed because not only this song, it's the title track. and it's doing something to the world that I haven't seen in a long fucking time. I was on the block in fucking New York with Jadakiss and Yonkers, and the whole block is singing every word for word. The record been out for 2 days. This that block love. This that motherfucking love all over the world. From Angola to fucking Alaska. There's nothing you could do about it. And the music spoke to Hov. And he just reminded people what Hov did. If anything, he gonna give you motherfucking hope. Because he my idol. He's one of my idols. And I tell you every day, I'm not scared to show my brother love. The man does so much for me that this shit, man, that tear on my album is the motherfucking tears of joy. That ain't no fucking tears of y'all motherfuckers not believing in the God. That's fucking tears of joy. I'm fucking happy.
Cal, hold on.
You think
Cal,
this? Hello? What happened?
So magic about to happen. One, two. You there?
Yo, Hov is on.
He's here, Cal.
Yo, Hov did.
The speaker moving, but he can't hear him.
Yeah.
I just see him pop up. Jamie,
yeah. You said Candyman 3 times, man. He popped up, man. That's it.
Jay. Oh shit! I think I see his name. Jamie just came in here running in here, and she said Jay-Z's on.
Oh, he's here. Believe that.
But yo, Jay, if you on, brother, I love you, man. I love you, brother. Like how you bless my album. You always bless me, but how you bless my album, it wasn't just for me. It was for the fucking world. This shit is special, bro. I'm motherfucking shaking right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, his speaker's moving, but I can't hear him.
Oh, you there? Maybe he has to log off and come back on.
Maybe somebody calling the phone like they was calling mine. Like that should be interrupting the talk if somebody's calling you. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this God did, people, man. Like I know I started off this call thanking the fans, but y'all gotta understand I appreciate because I love is felt on another level, man. I'm getting so many phone calls. I'm watching y'all's reactions, and it's just truly unbelievable, man. This to embrace this love, man, because it's nothing like working so fucking hard, getting no sleep, and when they finally get the product, the music, and people love it, it's the best feeling in the world, man.
Or Cal, and as we wait for Jay, obviously, Hov, when your situation get right, your connection get right, just jump on in. But
can you hear me?
There you go. Yup, we got you now.
Yo, Hov,
Here we go.
Yo.
Both vibes, my bad. Both vibes, my bad.
Man,
you heard?
I love you, brother, man. Like, thank you for blessing us. Thank you for blessing us, the world. You know what I mean? We appreciate you, man. You know, you inspire all of us, not just me, all of us. We love you, man.
Man, I appreciate that. Love, man.
Congratulations
too. Congratulations on an amazing album, Khaled. People think it's easy. It's not easy to pull these people together and get greatness out of them, and deal with so many egos, and because everybody want to be the best, and everybody's trying to whatever it is, but it's an amazing display of unity. It feels like an all-star game when these albums come out. It's like a beautiful time for the culture. Everybody's tapped in and tuned in. No matter what they tell you, they all tapped in and they all tuned in, and everybody want to be on them joints too. Believe that.
Man, I appreciate that, brother. Nah, man, what you did was something, when my first reaction when I got the verse, just playing the record for you that day was you giving me the time, and you cracking it. I'm just gonna tell it in real time, people. The man walked in there with champagne. You know what I'm saying? The music was playing, the cigar got lit, a bottle got cracked open, and the vibe started happening. I don't know if I got a chance to tell the story, but I seen a clip of Guru saying you knock that shit out in one verse, and I was saying to myself, I remember when Hov hit us, get studio at blah blah blah, make sure Guru's there. I gotta catch the helicopter at 8. I'm gonna probably show up around 7.
Yeah, but I was cheating. Guru ain't tell that part. So while we was waiting for you to send the beat, he was just playing the beat inside the control room. So I was going through it a couple times. while we waiting for the and I was just rapping over like any part. It just kept looping and like drops was happening in the wrong place.
I know.
So I just yeah. I think I sent it to you like that, right? I don't know.
Like that.
I'm not sure.
So Hov rapped over the hook, the breaks, because Guru was waiting for me to send the instrumental. Yeah. When you sent it back, I was like, this man rapping over the hook.
Yeah. So I cheated a couple times before I went in the booth. But I was saying it inside the control room, and then so when I went in the booth, it was pretty much a done deal.
Hov, if I may just get into the verse, because myself, Guru, my man Frazier, we all kind of talking about the verse, and what I kind of got out of it, just remembering in the early days of hip hop and how we've always been aspirational as a culture, and in our music, even thinking about early records like Special Ed, I Got It Made, was so aspirational. Like, right, Guru pointed out, just to own 1%. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all we wanted, or a Honda scooter or something like that. And your verse, to me, and if I'm off base, tell me, is it, obviously we still have aspirations, but it's so much about actualization. And you're obviously telling your story, but I think it's hip hop story as well of how we grew and the bar and the level has been raised. Is that reading too much into it, or was that what you were going for?
No, 100%. No, 100%. It's like, first of all, you got to remember, hip hop was demonized when we first came out, and then we were underestimated, right? Like Khaled said, they didn't believe in us. And remember, hip hop was a fad. I mean, you do your history, like, it was a whole thing where it was like this music is a fad, it's blah 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 blah. And then after they couldn't get rid of us, they demonized us, and they start like driving tractors over our CDs and things like that. This is all history. So this for me feels like, the end where the villain, survives, doesn't go to jail, but gets to pop more shit. So it's like it's that feeling. I don't know if we've ever felt, or ever been vocalized in this way, and it be all true. That the thing that makes me most proud of everything, every word I said in that thing is actual fact. Which is, that for me is it's a challenging thing to do. Like, to rap that long and every single bar is just like actual fact. And as far as like hip hop, the idea of, rest in peace Tilo. Like, that's Tata's brother, Trance. Like, and then like a lot of fallen soldiers. That's Biggie. That's Pop. Kicking snow off of Frozen Tim. That's people that go unnamed that you guys don't know about. Like, it's so much in my life in there. And then there's like the way I connect overseas. Caddy. Caddy's story. I guess he could tell it on his own. Like just that, how powerful the music is, the reach of the music, and where we come. So yeah. You're 100% on point.
Word. Do you ever get to a point, and obviously, right, this is a story, but what makes now the right time to say, like, there's things, and even Guru said it, and him knowing you, there's things on this record that maybe he thought you'd never say, or that you haven't said before, or things that you revealed, and some of it is like a dog whistle. What makes now the right time, and do you self-censor, or sometimes do you come up with something and you be like, you know what, that's too much, let me save that for later?
Yeah, because it's been 30 years.
Yeah. I don't think I've I don't know if I self-censor. I'm aware of the timing of things. I think that, again, some of these things are out of my control. It's just the way the world works and the universe works. Khaled came at this specific time. There's sometimes I like a beat, or I like a song and the timing ain't right, or the timing is right and I don't like a song. It's so much that goes into like getting these things done these days. I have a lot of things on my plate, so sometimes it's just out of my control. It just was the right time, right place, right space in life, and it just happened. It's just this is just magic. It's really out of our control.
Last question, and just because I mean this is Khaled's moment, right? There's the God Diz moment. Obviously, you were such a major part of that, but so many artists were a part of that. A lyric like, when you start going into how many billionaires can come from Hov's crib. I count 3, me, Ye, and Ree, and Bron, technically, right? It makes me think. It makes me go back to when you did the Drake verse and said, "I made more millionaires than the Lotto did." And that was a flex. And maybe that was about 10 years ago at this point. Like, can you talk about the evolution of not just getting it for yourself, but being able to get it for other people around you and make other people, put other people in position, and really in the span of 10 years going from being able to say millions on a rap record to now saying billionaires?
Yeah, we're not gonna stop. The hip hop is young. We still growing, and we're not falling for that technology, whatever this public puts out there now. That before was the American dream. Pull yourself out of bootstraps, and you can make it in America. All these lies that America told us our whole life. And then when we start getting it, they try to lock us out of it. They start inventing words like capitalist and things like that. I mean, we've been called nigger and monkeys and shit. I don't care. Those words y'all come up with, y'all got to come up with stronger words. When I say y'all, I'm not talking about you. The words they come up with, they got to come up with stronger words. We're not going to stop. We're not going to be tricked out of our position. Y'all locked us out. Y'all created a system that, doesn't include us. We said, fine. We went our alternate route. We created this music. We did our thing. We hustled. We fucking killed ourselves to get to the space. And now it's like, eat the rich and think, man, we're not stopping. So that evolution is, from us, we came from selling 7 records and selling records out our trunk, and no radio play. And I think Reasonable Doubt did 36,000 the first week or something like that. I may be adding a little to it. So I come from Marcy Projects. My first house, 615 Lexington Avenue. My grandmother's house, 7 families lived. Like, she has 7 kids. My mother and my parents and siblings lived in that house. My aunt Niecy lived in that house. Hootie lived in that house. Butchie lived in the basement. I mean, this is one house. I went back to that house. I did an interview with Oprah, and I couldn't believe how small this house was. That all of us lived in that house. So again, that evolution that you speak of, it's just real, and it's happening in real time, and I'm talking about it. And we're not going to stop, and we're not going to stop talking about it. You're not going to trick us out of it and make us feel ashamed to be successful in a place that set up a system for us to be dead at 21. No, sir. No,
That's
not
right.
us.
Jay, we gave him his flowers earlier, but I just wanted to acknowledge Ari in the room for that amazing piece that he did on your verse.
Yeah, Ari, that was an amazing piece. I appreciate that. Again, in the verse I say, my only goal is to make a real feel seen. And when somebody break it down in that way, we all feel seen. And it wasn't me. I got calls from everybody like, man, we needed that right there, or that was amazing, or Ferg hit me up like, we needed that right there, like, so people to articulate and understand what we're going through. So that was amazing job.
I'm honored to be listening to you. It's crazy, and I'll just say one thing. What we mentioned earlier, before you joined, Khaled and everybody, one person was asking about well, do you write this in a day? And I was saying, I've been listening to you guys my whole life. Your work and the work of hip hop artists who've explained the real stories and history that wasn't always in the history books is why I did civil rights law, and then now I do journalism. And so you've been teaching people for so long, and as we explored there's people who don't listen, which is why you get that Mike Wallace moment. But when we, as a team, and I work with a team in my group at the MSNBC, when we write something like that and we go through the archives and we look through what you're doing, you know, we're drawing on years of listening to you. So it's like it's an honor to be up here just listening to you tonight. But you laid it all out. You've laid it out before. What when the hammer's rung, the news cameras never come, and the stories that are not only systematically ignored, they're lied on, and that ruins people's lives. And the last thing I'll say, and then I'll get back to y'all, the way you showed through your life and other people's lives, the arbitrary moving on either side of the law. The laws keep changing. The laws are enforced in racist ways. The way you show your life, you've been moving in and out of that way. I don't understand it all. I'm just learning. I'm listening. But the way you expose that, and I wonder for years whether people will study this verse and fully understand the poetry is as impressive as the life. It's an autobiography of a life story of achievement against the odds. It's extraordinary. Thank you for having me today.
Good man. Appreciate that.
Wow. I'm gonna always have smoke for them. Khaled, where we at, Cal? How you feeling, Cal? This the most quiet Cal been since we started this thing. I think he's speechless. What's going on? Well, we'll wait for Khaled to get back.
I said, Rob, I said, when the God is on, you listen. Don't interrupt. You let everything come clear and clarity. You listen. When the God is on, you listen, Rob. And that's what I was doing. Yo,
yes, sir.
Man, I appreciate you, man. There's no words that, I'm saying. All I'm gonna do is, every time I see you, when I'm not around you, you're my idol, you're my brother, you're my friend. And I appreciate you, what you did for us on this record and what you've been doing for us. And we all screaming Hove did, you know what I'm saying? Because Hove did for real. And it's just important people know that, man, because you fight for us all the time. And we love that and we appreciate you. And just keep inspiring us, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man, and he's nice. Is there a favorite on this album or some, because there's so much, but when you first heard it, obviously God did stood out to you. Was there something else on the album that just kind of blew you away or made you feel so connected?
Yeah, definitely. I felt like I don't know if Tyler told that story, but he played me the Drake No Secret. I was like, man, I gotta open it. That it just set the right tone and vibe. And then that Big Time joint, the pockets that Lil Baby was catching on that, like he caught like I don't even know how many pockets, but he just kept switching. Obviously I messed with that Dirk record. 21 Savage is amazing. That Kiss record is so hard. Khaled had a whole vibe. He may want to revisit that later, remix. But the Kiss record.
Sorry about that, but yeah, you're right. I gotta tell him, man. I gotta tell him because I had a whole vibe and I felt like what we did today. I mean, put on the album, what we put out was so perfect, but it inspired other vibes too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Cal, was there any more to the Drake record, No Secret, just setting it up? Because I remember you played it, you didn't tell me what was playing, the way it just led in was a perfect intro, but I wondered if there was more.
Yeah, so Drake was at my crib and we was having dinner, and then I played him my album in my studio, and I played him God Did without no drums, with no raps, nothing on it. Just God did the chords and Friday. That's it. And I told him, like, this is probably gonna be my intro. And he's like, yo, you should put that on your album trailer. So when I announced God Did, I put the music in the album trailer, and it was just the music. It was just the chords and the God Did Friday singing it. And when I seen everybody that loved it and it was so infectious, just like they love the title. I already said in my head before I even put it on the trail that I was going to make it into a song. But I wanted to, be inspired and feel the feeling. So boom, he played me No Secret. And he's like, yo, I'm going to finish this shit up. I was like, nah, I want it just like that. I want to fade this shit out. I want to fade it out. And if there's a longer version that comes later, let it come later. I just want that part and do a fade out. And then I started working on God Did. And then, you see what happened. God did. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it turned into something beautiful. So the way the album started is like been a dream of mine from the beginning of my career, meaning as in there's only certain albums that start like that. Like with a Hove, saying Wayne, Ross, and a Drake. And then after that, you got the M and then the Ye and the Dre, and then you go into Big Time, and then after Big Time, you go into Dirt. There's only certain, for me as a fan of hip hop, there's only certain albums that start like that. You know what I'm saying? I felt like when I dropped that track listen, it was like, oh no, this is God Did. Without even hearing it, when they seen the track listen, I knew that the fans would see that and say, oh no, this God Did. And that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. I'll be remiss. I want to ask you about one record that I think is special as well. He's no longer here with us. He's a young man, talented young man who I had the pleasure of documenting and interviewing and working with, Juice WRLD, who has since left us and rest in power. But there's a maybe a divine or a spiritual story of how that record just came together and ended up on this album, right?
So I'm in the backyard of my crib. I'm by myself. I'm in the backyard, just chilling. And I get a text from Bibby. And Bibby said, I heard you work on your album. God Did. I said, yeah. And he sent an MP3 immediately. So I didn't get a chance to reply yet. So I listened to it on my phone. And I started looking around like, am I bugging? Am I tripping right now? So I immediately ran to my laptop, had a little setup outside because I was in my last minute magic mode for the album. I hook up, I airdrop the song into my laptop to play in my speakers. And Juice WRLD made a song talking about DJ Khaled, another one, and We the Best. Not a verse, a whole song. I'm looking around like, what the fuck is going on? I felt like Juice WRLD was in my studio, recorded that. Bibby could have sent me that on Khaled, my last album that came out last year. No, this is God Did. He sent it when I made God Did. Juice WRLD did. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I can't make this shit up if I wanted to. Like, it really was special. Like, and to hear it, the young king, Juice WRLD, said, he made a whole song about DJ Khaled, another one, We the Best. That's like, come on, bro. That's like, it's fucking unbelievable. Like, so, shout out to Chicago, shout out to Bibby, shout out to Juice WRLD's family, shout out to Juice WRLD and Juice WRLD's fans. It was really special, man. And that's why I keep expressing to y'all, this is God Did. Not just God Did the album. No, this is God Did.
Right. No, I absolutely, man. Rest in power to Juice WRLD.
You talk the whole, you see what's going on? Now you talking about Juice WRLD. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, this shit don't happen. Like,
yo, asking for a friend, Cal, and then we're gonna open it up. But
be careful what you ask for your friends to do. They can set you up.
Listen,
they can set you up. Listen, they can set you up. You ain't hear Joel Santana? Loyalty is great, but stupidity is like, don't fall for the trap, because I got the answer.
Nah, check it.
I got the fucking answer.
I just want to know.
I got the fucking answer.
I just want to know.
I want you to say it.
Look,
you starting off talking about, I got a friend that want me to. That's that. I got a friend. Do you want to say it? Cause say it. Cause I'm ready. It's God Did.
He
ain't
ready
no
for
way.
war.
Yo, Mark, man,
Listen,
Rob Mark, man. This DJ Khaled. You know, I ain't one of these guys. I want
listen,
damn. Come on, this
listen,
God did. Go. Let's go.
listen. All I wanted to know was how does one go about clearing Eddie Murphy Party All the Time, man? Because that's such a classic record that you did. That's all I wanted. You was ready for the smoke. I just want to know
I
Quavo
ain't ready.
Takeoff Party.
No, Rob. I ain't ready for smoke. I'm ready for everything. Because that you got to stay ready. Because you know what I learned about doing God's work. When you do God's work, let me tell you something before I answer that question. No, because we got to talk about this because I want the young world to hear me and feel me. You know what? I always looked up as, like a Hove or Obama or fucking Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan or King James. I'm talking about the greats, right? And I don't know about you, I study them and I've been inspired by them. And what I realize is when you make it and you on top of that mountain, everybody want to come at you. But with guys like that, they don't move backwards in life. See, that's the whole thing about me always being ready, because I'm not never going to move backwards, ever. I am going to move forward because I know they want to be where I'm at. And I'm telling you, you can be there because I'm going to be your brother and tell you that I love you and you can be there too. All you have to do is work hard, give thanks to God and give him all the glory, love your family, and be fucking great. And stop being a fucking hater and stop being jealous and get to this motherfucking blessing. Now, to answer your question, how did I clear Eddie Murphy? He doesn't clear. He got love for the God. He loved what I'm doing. We sent the record and they cleared it. I heard
Cal,
it wasn't
same with Staying Alive, right?
No, we talking about he asked for Eddie Murphy.
No, I know.
There was so many samples that couldn't get cleared that got cleared because of they know I'm doing God's work. I don't know what to tell y'all guys. I keep telling y'all, this is God did. This ain't, hey, I dropped the album. No, this is God did. Like, I don't know how much more, is there another language that I can say it? Because this don't happen every fucking day. But I will tell you this, though. This the new chapter. The new chapter of more wins, more blessings, more anthems, more greatness, more life. And we're going to do so much beautiful stuff. This is just the beginning. That's what I'm trying to tell you on God did. This that new energy. This that motherfucking pure. This that no filter, raw, uncut. You see the cover. You hear the music. It's not about just getting the big names. It's about making great songs. It's about what these artists is telling their stories and giving their all. Everybody performing on high level, or should I say God level. This fucking God did, bro. Yo, Rob, I'm sorry, brother. I'm just like, you gotta understand where I'm at with
Forgive
it,
me.
man.
That's forgive me. Forgive me.
Different.
That's my passion talking.
That's my passion talking.
No,
I'm just an Eddie Murphy fan. I just love that song, man. Eddie Murphy, Rick James. That's it. That's all I want to know.
No,
yeah.
and you know what's so crazy? Because that line is so important. Because forgive us, man. That's just our passion talking. That might be the realest line in there. Because after he just unloaded 80 bars, the man stopped and said, "Forgive me for my passion talking," because he just hit you with so much shit to your head top that you trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, but they all facts. See, that's the problem about this world. We got to come together. We got to help each other. We got to unify. We can be so much bigger, man. Let me tell you, I was telling a story. I ain't going to name the people that was in that room. I was at a restaurant in New York City, and I was in the private room, right? I ain't going to lie to you. I had a few drinks. I don't drink like that. I'm in the zone. I just dropped my album, and I stood up, and I said, yo, they don't want us in the room together. They always trying to make sure that we're not in the room together and show each other love and inspire and helping each other. But let me tell you this. They in the room together. They on vacation together. They golfing together. They doing everything together. But they don't want us on this live feed together. They don't want us in a room together. They don't want us to get money together. They don't want us to help each other. I've been knew that shit. I'm just here to tell you what God told me to tell you. I'm not, listen, Rob, I'm sorry, bro. I'm just telling you the truth. I hope you understand when I say they.
Yeah. No, I hear you, bro. I'm just an Eddie Murphy fan. That's all, man. I'm a DJ Khaled fan. I'm an Eddie Murphy fan. I'm a Migos fan. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, brother.
Nah, listen, man.
Yo,
like
that's my perfect. That's my cue. That was a perfect segue. Congratulations, Khaled. I'm gonna hop off. Blessings to all you beautiful people on the live.
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah.
Yo, Jay, I love you, brother. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for blessing all of us. Blessing all of us with your greatness. We appreciate you.
Love, my brothers. Peace.
Peace. Cal, you know, I think and I feel like you really put the exclamation point on it all. I think the love you've been getting and hopefully you've been feeling the love out there, because I see everybody talking about this album and this body of work. I see you out in the streets, all these different cities, Miami, New York, no telling where you're gonna be next. What is maybe the best part? Because I know you're working, but as you take this in, right, and you taking the, what's the best part for you? What's the most rewarding part of this week and this release, when you kind of sit back and the room is quiet and you reflect? What's the most rewarding part of this? And we'll end with that.
Man, seeing my family happy, seeing my fans embrace this hard work and they enjoying the music, seeing my team grow and happy to be part of the family, and seeing all the love from the artists and everybody that collaborated, from producers down to artists that are genuinely happy for me, but also happy for what they contribute to this album. You know, I'm watching these artists show love and post up. Some artists that don't even post. I'm watching people text me saying they inspired. I'm watching people tell me, you know, these are all artists I'm talking about, like, yo, let's continue more greatness. Thank you for putting this album out. Thank you for, you know, inspiring me. And I'm like, shit, man, you inspire me. So when I feel all this love, and I tell the young world, man, there's so much love out there, man. Embrace that shit, because there's more love than hate out there. Embrace that love. You know what I mean? Block out all that other distortion and embrace that love and live it up. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Yo, Cal. My bad, Rob. No, I just wanted to tell Cal, our brother Guru just joined, man.
Yo, Guru.
Where we at, Go?
The legendary Go.
My brothers.
Yo, Guru, before you even say anything, man, thank you for your time. Thank you for breaking down the shit with Rob and the whole team, like, on another level. But thank you for everything you've done, not just on this record. Your whole legacy, your whole career is hip hop to its finest. You are part of so many people's careers. You are an important person in the process of making all these incredible catalogs, not just hits, catalogs. And what I love the most about you, Guru, I never told you, is how much you love your brother Jay-Z. That's what I love the most about you. How much how you've been with him from then to now, from the beginning to now. That's what I love the most. And I love all the community work that you're doing. You're doing the school for the kids.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, Cal. I appreciate
you. Besides you being somebody that's a producer, engineer, and a hip hop god, just wanted to show
my brother.
Speak on it, Goo.
Yeah, I think we lost.
You know what I mean? It's a lot to take in. The guy was talking, so I was being quiet. I just appreciate Khaled, man. I appreciate his energy. I appreciate how hard he worked. I love seeing people work that hard. I appreciate the fact that not only when it's whole verses, but also just on anything he's doing, somehow I always end up on this DJ Khaled album, man. I just wanted to say thank you. This was dope. I wanted to especially just say thank you to Ari, because I that piece that he did, I know y'all went over it already, but I got to double down on it. Like, it's incredible, the piece that he did for people even outside of our culture to see some of the things, what they mean to us. So I just wanted to jump on here and listen, man, and say thank you to Khaled. The album, congrats on, you know what I mean? Incredible album. And I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all.
Nah, that's beautiful.
Thanks, you, brother.
Cal, Lenny, we good? I think it's a good place to end, man. I think there's a lot.
It's a perfect place to end.
Yeah. So God did in stores now. Definitely go buy it. You can stream it as well. I think there's gonna be more wins over the next week and more things to celebrate. So it's interesting to watch how this story unfolds. But shout out to everybody for coming through. Shout out to everybody who was on stage, speaking with us, sharing with us. And most importantly, man, the fam that is in the audience. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't be here without y'all.
Yeah, shout out to the fans again, fans out there and supporters. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Like I said earlier, the love is felt. Thank you for all the love out there. I feel it, I see it, and I hear it. Thank you for listening to my album. Thank you for taking time out in your day playing my music. You know what I mean? I see, the other day I seen a fan coming to me like, yo, I've been listening to you from day one to now. That shit touches my heart. That's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me making music. So again, thank you. I appreciate everybody that was on this call talking with us. But also I want to just give my love and gratitude to the fans out there. I love you and I appreciate you. Let's all keep winning. Let's all keep going. God did.
That's dope. And Jamie, we need this audio.
Oh yeah, we're gonna save this whole thing. We got the whole thing.
Saved it?
We're about to.
God did. They ain't believe in us. God did.
We appreciate y'all for joining us.
Hov to come on this call was legendary.
LL, come on, man. LL, come on.
Man, I had two goats on the call.
Two of them.
Yeah, man.
We all goats.
Absolutely.
Those are the gods.
Absolutely. All right, peace, everybody.
Right,
have a great night.
You may end how you do shit. I don't know how to do this. How you save it?